Happy Thursday, everybody. Officially the very last day of August. I cannot even believe it, but that makes me excited because fall is on the way. Cooler weather for Joplin, finally, hopefully. We are live with Director of Human Resources, Cheryl Hinkle, today. But I did want to give you guys kind of a glance because up and coming is driver appreciation, as everybody knows. And there is a lot of crazy, messy work going into this for you drivers. So I just have to give you a sneak peek because we're hidden. But you have to see what is going on right now. Do you see this mess? This is what goes in. We love our drivers, but it's messy. It's something. Let me tell you about it. Anyways, just had to show you some fun info, but safety message for sure. If you all are driving, please turn us off. Of course, stay safe is number one. This will be posted later for you to watch here on Facebook as well as on our YouTube channel. So again, if you're driving, please turn us off. If you are co-driving and sitting in the passenger seat or wherever and able to watch this, hello. Say hello when you get on so that we know that you are on. Before I turn it over to Cheryl, I see quite a few people on. That's fantastic. Wonderful, wonderful. Cheryl's got a lot of fun information to share. Fun, maybe not fun, I don't know. Director of Human Resources, we never know.
That's
anyways, right. I'll wait a couple more seconds for a couple more people to hop on. Hi, Patty. Hello, Lillian and Jack and Melissa. Say hello if you're getting on. Hey, Brian. All right, guys, I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to Cheryl so she can tell you all the information she's got. Here you go.
Happy Thursday, everybody. Like Chelsea was saying, it has been hotter than blue blazes in Joplin for the last several weeks and dry. We've not had a lot of rain, and so this week has been beautiful. It's been, mid to upper 80s, getting down into the low 60s at night. I've always been a summer person, but man, I am ready for fall. Bring on the colors of the leaves and all the fun stuff. Hay rides, bonfires, no pumpkin spice. I know that I'm going to get a bunch of booze on that, but I don't drink coffee. I don't like pumpkin spice. It's whatever, all that good stuff. So I don't know how fun my information is. We do have some fun stuff that I'm going to talk about, but just have a couple of reminders from some different departments that they wanted me to cover today. I know the last time I was on, I talked a little bit about paperwork.
All right, guys. Somebody will let me know if you can hear Cheryl. I've got a couple of messages saying you can't hear her. So, she's loud, just like me, so you should be able to hear her.
Definitely never been accused of being
yes, never
quiet.
been accused of being quiet.
Last time you had to take your phone case.
I know. Maybe hold tight. You guys are going to see some craziness, I promise. We're just going to stay active, okay? It'll be just fine.
If a military load has services, it will have a 1907 that must be signed by the shipper, both drivers and the consignee. All parties must sign the form. The drivers must have the shipper's signed copy in his possession or hers before departing the shipper. And then if a load does not have tracking services, but the order and bill of lading lists 1907 or signature and tally as the only service on the load, the drivers must have the shipper sign the 1907, either the one provided by the shipper or the TSMT blank one filled out, and in their possession before they depart the shipper. It must be signed by the shipper, the driver, and the consignee. So one of the things that's a big deal with 1907 is we cannot bill without that, so we don't collect payment. We want to make sure that we're getting paid for the services that you guys are providing. So definitely paperwork, always have that 1907, and paperwork in general. Make sure you're always sending your paperwork in. We can't bill without that, and we don't want anyone to lose their performance bonus. So that's my update on paperwork. From a safety standpoint, I know they're working on their Carrier's Edge training for the next month. The videos are going to be sending out, but slips, trips, and falls continue to be an issue. So again, we talk about this all the time. People think it's more in the winter. It's not. You kind of get lax with what you're doing. Don't pay attention. You know, slips, trips, and falls, those can happen at any time. You need to be aware of your surrounding. You know, getting in and out of the truck, you always want that 3-point contact. So just be aware of what you're doing and make sure that you're conscious of that. That hopefully will help trend those down to where we're not having as many of those. One other issue before we get to some of the fun stuff. We continue to have an issue with pets at customer facilities, on yards, those kind of things. You're going to be seeing signage that's going to be going up at all of our terminals. I am a pet lover. Anybody that knows me knows I practically run a kennel with all my dogs. But when you have a dog on a truck, your responsibility is even more so than, you know, just a general pet owner. That dog, when you are, you know, it needs to be on a leash that is in your control at all times, or in some type of kennel or carrier. Just letting your dog roam, I know that they like that, but when you're at a facility, you never know, you know, they are an animal. You don't know how they're going to react. Make sure that your dog is on a leash in your control at all times, okay? We've had a couple issues at our terminals and at customers, and I do not like getting calls from customers to where somebody's dog is, you know, on a leash and tied up or whatever, and then, you know, they have issues with the animal or the dog is running loose. That's never a good thing. So we want to make sure that we're abiding by those rules that we have in place. In Joplin, we have the dog run. You know, that's something definitely that you can utilize when you're here. And if you want your fur babies to run loose, they can run in that dog run, but not just loose on the facility. Another thing, I know we have issues with dogs in the driver's lodge. If you have a true service animal, and the people that have those that are approved knows that is not, you know, emotional support animal, it is a true service animal. Those can be in the lodge, but they have to be at your side at all time. If they're a true service animal, they should be anyway. You shouldn't be running 2 or 3 rooms over while your animal's in the corner or whatever. So just so we're addressing all of that at one time. Just make sure if you have any questions, feel free to call me. We can go over anything that we need to, but you will be signs going up, see them going up at all the terminals, and the terminal managers are aware. So if they see somebody that has a pet that's not on a leash, they're probably going to approach you and tell you that it needs to be leashed and in your control. Any questions on any of that? Nope.
We must have had something cut off a little bit ago. Melissa said we had quite a bit cut off with the 1907 stuff, so we may have to go back in a second, but everything looks fine so far.
Okay. On the, I guess just to recap, 1907s, if you have, they have to be signed. Make sure they're signed. Make sure they're turned in. They have to be in your possession at all time when you're on the load. Signed by the shipper, the drivers, and then at the end, and the consignee. Last thing, the fun thing I get to talk about. Finally, everybody's like, huh, HR stuff. Well, this was all everybody else's stuff, but so Driver Appreciation Week is coming up September the 10th through the 16th. We are excited about that. That's a week that we get to honor our drivers and show you how much you're appreciated. Chelsea gave you a sneak peek of what the room looks like that my girls have been working in diligently. Shout out to Ruth Green and Kyla Jewsbury. They have been busting their booty packing all the goodies for the driver appreciation that's going out. We actually have all those packed, all the way packed and in packages, and we will be taking those to have them bulk mailed next week. Last year, I think when we did that, myself and we used Bruce Jones, we put everything in the back of our trucks and we hauled it up to there, box after box after box after box, getting those shipped. So those will be going out, so hopefully they're hitting your homes the week of Driver Appreciation, so that's exciting. We're not going to show you what it looks like. We'll save that for the week of. We're going to have lots of drawings that week. Let all the departments have an opportunity to tell you how much they appreciate you. So It'll be exciting. We'll hope to have it fun. Chelsea's going to get to do lives every day that week. I know she's excited.
Yes.
We haven't got a time yet, but Chelsea will be posting about that, letting you guys know in plenty of time when we're going to have the drawings, and then we will get those out and have fun while we do it, and just honor you guys and let you know again how much we appreciate you every day. This is just a week that we get to show you a little bit extra special. So that's all I have, if there's no questions.
No questions.
Okay. Well, I hope everybody's safe. I hope everybody has an amazing day. And, you know, we have the Labor Day holiday coming up. Traffic, I'm sure, is going to be, you know, extra heavy. So be diligent out there and watch out for all the people that are running around trying to get in a last-minute summer vacation. We appreciate you guys very much, and have an amazing day.
All right, I'll turn it around and show you this wonderful disaster but awesome helpful work right here. We are in the process of cleaning that up, so don't worry. It doesn't look like that all the time, but that's the amount of work we put in for the amount of work that we do to appreciate you guys. So Jack, as far as updated mailing addresses, those should always be updated 24/7, and you can do that in your Compligo. Or you can reach out to anybody in HR on the HR team by sending an email. As far as getting it updated before it goes out, we might be able to do that, but send an email over to HR immediately. But always, guys, remember, with updated addresses, we like to appreciate our drivers at any point in time. So please make sure you're just updating those addresses at all times. Quick email or update in your Compligo, but we greatly appreciate you. Be safe. Have a great Labor Day weekend, and happy Thursday.